this is River, and I'm here with Lesson 54 from A Course in Miracles. Lesson 54 is part of the first review period where you review 5 lessons at a time from the beginning of the workbook. And these lessons that we're reviewing are numbers 16 through 20. I'll read over each of the lesson ideas and the new thoughts about them, and then I'll choose one to kind of focus on and do a little meditation. So number 1, I have no neutral thoughts. Neutral thoughts are impossible because all thoughts have power. They will either make a false world or lead me to the real one, but thoughts cannot be without effects. As the world I see arises from my thinking errors, so will the real world rise before my eyes as I let my errors be corrected. My thoughts cannot be neither true nor false. They must be one or the other. What I see shows me which they are. Number 2, I see no neutral things. What I see witnesses to what I think. If I did not think, I would not exist, because life is thought. Wow, that's how powerful thought is. Let me look on the world I see as the representation of my own state of mind. I know that my state of mind can change, and so I also know the world I see can change as well. Number 3, I'm not alone in experiencing the effects of my seeing. If I have no private thoughts, I cannot see a private world. Even the mad idea of separation had to be shared before it could form the basis of the world I see. Yet that sharing was a sharing of nothing. I can also call upon my real thoughts, which share everything with everyone. As my thoughts of separation call to the separation thoughts of others, so my real thoughts awaken the real thoughts in them. And the world my real thoughts show me will dawn on their sight as well as mine. Number 4, I'm not alone in experiencing the effects of my thoughts. So the previous one was the effects of my seeing, and now it's I'm not alone in experiencing the effects of my thoughts. I am alone in nothing. Everything I think or say or do teaches all the universe. Wow. A son of God cannot think or speak or act in vain. He cannot be alone in anything. It is therefore in my power to change every mind along with mine, for mine is the power of God. Number 5, I am determined to see. Recognizing the shared nature of my thoughts, I am determined to see. I would look upon the witnesses that show me the thinking of the world has been changed. I would behold the proof that what has been done through me has enabled love to replace fear, laughter to replace tears, and abundance to replace loss. I would look upon the real world and let it teach me that my will and the will of God are one. Wow, this I keep saying wow, wow, wow. It is pretty incredible when what we don't always think about, or maybe for me, it's like I don't really want to keep thinking about how powerful my thoughts are. It's just because you really then have to say, is this really serving me to be thinking, along the lines of fear, negativity, or whatever, worry? And when it happens and you get pulled into it, it's just it's calling to the separation thoughts of others. So my thoughts of separation call to the separation thoughts of others, not really what I want to be doing, spending my time doing. So then there's this like great sense of responsibility, and it's not to be taken lightly. It's like, this is everything. You know, everything is what you're thinking, and it affects everyone that is here, that's sharing in this place that, you know, we're trying to, I don't want to get into analyzing the lesson. I think I'll just sit with one. So let's see. I'm going to go with number 5. I am determined to see. So I'm going to close my eyes for a couple of minutes and just acknowledging, you know, recognizing the shared nature of my thoughts. I am determined to see. I would look upon the witnesses that show me the thinking of the world has been changed. What does that mean? That I would look upon the witnesses that show me the thinking of the world has changed. Like, who am I looking on, and what am I looking at? I would behold the proof that what has been done through me has enabled love to replace fear, laughter to replace tears, and abundance to replace loss. So, you know, where am I seeing the proof that love is replacing fear in my life? Laughter is replacing tears. Abundance is replacing loss. I would look upon the real world and let it teach me that my will and the will of God are one. So I'm just gonna close my eyes and take a deep breath in and a breath out. I am determined to see. My thinking affects all the world. Just let that land, you know. Recognizing the shared nature of my thoughts, I'm determined to see. And from an earlier lesson, it was everything I think or say or do teaches all the universe. I'm teaching whether I want to or not. When I'm thinking and in a quiet room, all alone, and I'm just thinking, I'm still teaching all the universe. What I'm thinking is always teaching. What do I choose to think? It's not in vain. What do I choose to think? I'm determined to see. Everything I think or do or say teaches all the universe. I choose to think with God. I am determined to see the real world. I choose to think with God. I'm just going to sit quietly with that. And I'm going to open my eyes and just really feeling that determination, I think, sitting with it for the rest of the evening for me. And just allowing that sense of maybe frustration to turn into determination. really feeling, that deep desire is why I'm practicing, and allowing that to just go into a deep desire for connection all through the day, knowing the truth of being determined to see, being determined to know, being determined to feel God, to know God, to share God's will at all times, to think and speak and act in alignment with God. So I just really feel this strong, desire, determination inside me, and just wanted to share that. Thanks for joining me today, and wishing you a nice day, time, wherever you are, and lots of encouragement here to stay the course and to trust your journey. And that's all I have. Take care.